This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto, and we start today's show on the ice, literally. Since we got some confirmation about the playing surface at the 2026 Olympics, as after a lot of speculation, our guy Chris Johnston officially confirmed that the Olympic ice will be a few feet shorter than it is in the NHL. Now, the IIHF feels the rink specifications are insignificant and that it should not impact safety or quality of gameplay. And to give them some credit, the ice they'll be using in Milan isn't that far off from NHL ice and is a lot closer than the typical IIHF standard. But even with that, it still feels like such an odd direction to go in. Not only has this frustrated fans, it also has the attention of the NHL Deputy Commissioner, Bill Daly, who, according to Chris Johnston, has floated the idea of NHL players not actually playing if the ice is deemed unsafe. And after how electric the last best-on-best hockey was, at Four Nations Face-Off, missing out on that at the Olympics would be a huge blow. Daly also says that the League and Player Association will insist on getting the correct NHL dimensions for the 2030 Olympics, which is definitely the right step, but also raises the question of why they didn't do that this time. The entire situation just feels to be getting weirder by the day, and I guess time will tell as to where things go from here. But let's just hope they can figure it out and that us fans don't get the short end of the stick. Or I guess in this case, the short end of the ring. The NBA Cup quarterfinals go tonight, and the Raptors are in action hosting the Knicks. But if Toronto want to punch their ticket to Vegas, they'll have to do something they haven't done in a bit, and that is beat the Knicks. The Raptors have dropped the last 9 straight games to New York, and following a 14-5 start to the season, the Raptors have kind of spiraled a bit as of late, losing 5 of their last 6. And to make matters worse, they're still without RJ Barrett, who has not played since injuring his knee back in November. And in his absence, the Raptors' offense has visibly not been the same. They're scoring 15 points less per game and are shooting under 50% from the field. Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram continue to shine for the Raps. So let's see if they can put it together to snap their skid. And speaking of the Knicks, they're playing some of the best basketball they've played all season. They entered Tuesday with 7 wins in the last 8 games. And that's largely in part to Jalen Brunson, who's been playing some of the best basketball of his career. Brunson is averaging 28 points and over 6 assists per game, and comes into this one with 11 games with over 30 or more points. It will be a tough one for the Raptors, but if they can pull it off, they will be on their way to Vegas for the semifinals. We are 6 months away, and with Canada now knowing most of their group stage opponents, one thing we don't know is who will play up front with Jonathan David. Let's break it down in Advice for Victory presented by TD. Even though it's been tough sledding so far for David since moving to Juventus, there's no doubt in our minds he will be a lock for Canada's starting 11 come June. But the question when it comes to the Canadians is who will be his strike partner. Let's look at the most likely player, and that is Promise David, who just can't seem to stop scoring for both club and country. He's got 4 goals in his last 5 matches over all competitions and is really finding form at the right time. Another great option for Canada is Tani Oluwaseyi, who made a big move to Villarreal in the summer, and his first season in Spain has been impressive. He's got 5 goals in 18 matches over all competitions. Either Oluwaseyi or Promise David seem to be the most likely answer. But what about Kyle Larin? We know he hasn't found the back of the net like we're used to, but is there a chance he could find some form? The 30-year-old has the 2nd most goals all time for the Canadian men's national team. And although he hasn't found the back of the net for Canada in the calendar year, Larin has shown to be a reliable option for the Canadians, scoring some big goals in some very big moments. It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's time for some anytime goal scorer action on FanDuel. And this one feels like a winner. We are taking Morgan Geekie of the Boston Bruins to find the back of the net against the Blues tonight at plus 155. It's no question how good he's been this year, and believe it or not, there's only one player in the entire league with more goals than Geekie. His name is Nathan MacKinnon, so not bad company up there. And this pick seems to come at a good time for us, because the Blues enter this game 27th in the league in goals against per game. They're giving up almost 3.5 goals a game, and Geekie has been red hot. He's got 10 goals in his last 9 games, including a goal against the Blues a week ago. So a red hot goal scorer against a team that can't keep the puck out of the net. We'll take our chances when the odds look that good. That's it for me today. We'll see you right back here tomorrow, 3 Eastern, Pacific. Have a good one.